Hey cuties, my name is Quori-Tyler, aka QT, aka Books with QT, and in today's video I am attempting to read 7 books in 7 days. This is a challenge I've seen a lot of my favorite YouTubers do. I'm kind of gonna not do 1 book a day because there's 1 or 2 days in the week where I have a lot going on and I'm probably not gonna be able to read a full book that day. But that just means I'm gonna try to double up and listen to audiobooks and all that stuff to get 7 books done in the week. I'm really excited for this one because on my Goodreads account I have a goal to hit 75 books by the end of the year, and I'm currently 12 books behind schedule, and that's because I had about a month and a half where I stopped reading books completely because if you don't know, I was on the show The Circle on Netflix, and when that came out there was just a whirlwind of things that I needed to do and I had no time to read. I typically read about 8 to 10 books in a month, so for that month and a half that I was off, I backtracked 12 books, and I'm really upset about it because I'm trying to get to that 75 mark. Hopefully by reading 7 more books in this month just from this week alone will get me to that goal. Let's talk about the first book. So right now I'm reading Assassin's Blade and I'm currently almost halfway into it. I'm on page 168. So I'm going to finish reading this book today and hopefully finish reading this book today. It's very dense and I'll do a whole other video about how I feel about the Throne of Glass series. I'm reading this as the third. So I did Throne of Glass, Crown of Midnights, and then Assassin's Blade, and I'm just not enjoying this series the way I enjoyed every single book of ACOTAR. And everyone's saying after this book it gets really good, all this stuff, but it's like I'm 3 books in and not really enjoying it. Because I'm going to be reading all day today, I do think I'm going to finish it finally. So this will be the first book that I finish, so that'll be 1 down and then we'll have 6 to go. So I have these 3 books on my physical TBR for the week. Love Hypothesis because everyone says that this is such a good book, and I've had it for over a year and just never pick it up. Even though it feels a little bit denser, the words are pretty big on the pages, so I think I can get through this one pretty fast. Abby Jimenez just for the summer because I love Abby Jimenez books and I literally breeze through her books like no other. So I know for a fact I can finish this one super quickly. And then this summer will be different. Honestly, okay, first book from Carly Fortune I loved. Every Summer After, absolutely loved, 5-star read. Second book from her, Meet Me by the Lake, absolutely hate it. It was like a 2-star, maybe 3-star read. I've heard great things about This Summer Will Be Different, and it's a really short book and font is big. That's big for me this week, is getting books really short, big font. These are 4 of my possible TBRs. I have a few other books in my physical TBR, like on my bookshelves and stuff, that I have not read yet, but I don't know if they're the vibe for this reading challenge. So in this little reading vlog, we're also going to go to Barnes & Noble and pick up maybe 1 or 2 more books so that I can add it to my week. And again, we're looking for short, fun, summery romance reads. So yeah. All right, I'm going to go get a coffee and then come back and get to Assassin's Blade. So I'll see you there. So I'm trying to drink more water. So I figured during this challenge, I literally don't drink water at all. So during this challenge, I'm going to be drinking water as I read. Actually, I'm lying. I have a coffee right now. So as I'm reading right now in this little section, I'm going to be drinking my coffee. Actually, I have to edit some videos. So while I'm editing the videos, I'll drink my coffee. Then once I start reading, I got the Stanley to convince me to drink more water. And it's literally been sitting on my, I mean, I've used it for a while. I've had it for like a year. But for the last like 2 months, it's just been sitting on my bedroom floor. Your reminder to drink your water. Every time I read and do a time lapse in this video, it's gonna be a drink your water reminder for all the girlies that need to drink more water, like me. Also, I got this I'm gonna make for later. It's this seafood boil. I've been seeing it all over TikTok from Trader Joe's. Decided to try it. It has like shrimp, corn, mussels, potatoes. Also, it's funny that this is a reading vlog and I've literally not read 1 thing yet. like my go-to sweater to wear while I'm reading. It's so cozy and comfortable. It's from the shop called Books with Jess, and I'm obsessed. It's like so cozy and oversized. Anyways, let's talk about the 2 books that we have so far in this video. Assassin's Blade, I finished this one yesterday. I decided to read it third. I'm reading it in Sarah J. Maas's publishing order because I feel like that's the way she intended for us to read it. Actually, I'm lying. That's not the sole reason I'm reading it like this. It's the reason I'm telling myself I'm reading it like this, but truthfully, it's because a few months ago, I made this video flipping a coin to determine how I was going to read the Throne of Glass series, if I would read Assassin's Blade first or Throne of Glass first, and it landed on heads, which meant I was reading Throne of Glass first. So that's really why I did it. I've convinced myself that I'm happy about that, even though I'm talking so much about Throne of Glass. I don't know if you guys care about any of this, but basically, as I was reading Throne of Glass and Crown of Midnights, the first 2 books, I was kind of like, oh, I should have read Assassin's Blade first because I don't really connect with our main character Selena that much. I don't understand her backstory. There was a lot that was like elusive that she doesn't fully talk about, that I felt like we probably got in Assassin's Blade that I missed. So it made Throne of Glass and Crown of Midnight kind of boring to me, or like just not, it didn't draw me in. After reading Assassin's Blade, I will say I am happy that I read Assassin's Blade third. Round of applause. Yes. I am happy about my decision because basically this is a sequel and it's a bunch of novellas that happened before the Throne of Glass book. And I feel like I enjoyed the reveal of a lot of things, of why Selena is the way that she is, of her past. I liked the reveal of it now after having the backstory of where Selena is now, because there were some things that were happening in this and I was like, wait, how does Selena end up here? Or how does this end up happening? And like, I felt like I was connecting the dots as I was reading. So that was fun. I'll say like the first 50% of this book was pretty boring. It took me a long time to get into. After we got to the 50% mark, I started flying by, and that's just a Sarah J. Maas book. Then we get to the last novella of this book, which is the last like maybe 15%. And that one, oh, my heart. That's all I'll say. I don't want to say too much because I don't want to give anything away depending on when you decide to read this book. But basically, like, I'm just going to say my heart and leave it at that. And if you know, you know. So I really liked Assassin's Blade. I ended up giving it a 4-star strictly because of the last novella. If the last novella wasn't in this book, it would have been a 3-star. This goes literally straight into Throne of Glass. So I don't know. That's the tea on Assassin's Blade, but that was our first book done. Second book, I just started this morning. It's This Summer Will Be Different. I actually started it at like 1 a.m. last night and got like 15 pages in and then fell asleep. So I've really been reading it today. And I am now 100 pages in, 102 pages in, absolutely just loving it. Like, are you kidding? I'm obsessed. I love our main character. I love her friend. If you don't know, it's a best friend's brother trope. I don't even know if that's a trope, but that's like what's happening in this. And I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna love that. Oh my gosh, the way I'm loving it. It's reminding me of Bring It On, you know, in Bring It On when, I'm forgetting all the names right now, but the blonde girl ends up in the bathroom like brushing her teeth with the friend's brother when she's at the sleepover. Oh my gosh, that scene keeps coming up in my head whenever the main character and the best friend's brother are like together. I'm thinking of that scene, and that's like one of my favorite scenes in movies ever. Kind of giving me that like nostalgic vibe, but I'm seriously loving this book. Every Summer After, absolutely loved. Meet Me by the Lake, absolutely hate it. This one, I think I'm liking this one even more than I'm liking Every Summer After. I don't know. We're still in it. But I'm just telling you, I think that I might like this one. Okay, but I'm going to try to finish this book today. I actually know for a fact I'm going to finish this book today because I'm flying by it. I'm literally reading like 2 pages in a minute. That's what I do too sometimes to kind of help me get through a book, is I'll put a timer on for, let's say, like 5 minutes, and I'll see if I can read at least 5 pages in those 5 minutes. And earlier when I did that, I put the timer on for 5 minutes. I read like 7 or 8 pages. So I'm reading almost 2 pages a minute, which means I'm going to fly by this book. The other book I want to read is Just for the Summer of Abby Jimenez. The size of the book is scaring me a little bit right now because I need to catch up and get another book read before midday tomorrow. So because of that, I'm thinking I need to download a book on my Kindle because I don't have any books here that are like quick reads. So I need to download a book that's going to be a quick read. Also, I'm thinking right now we need like a mystery thriller or something because that I read typically pretty fast. That's all I have to say about all of that stuff. I'm gonna get back to reading This Summer Will Be Different, and then I'll come back honestly. Probably I won't come back until I'm done reading this book so that we can like get this video moved. Thank you so much for coming to my TED Talk. I'll see you guys in the next clip. Bye. so I just finished This Summer Will Be Different, and I'm so excited because I literally only read this book today. Happy about that because I haven't read a book in a day in a long time, but this was the perfect book to read in one day. It's so fast paced, and not only that it's fast paced, it's like you just want to continue reading it, and you're reading it at a fast pace because you're enjoying what's going on, at least for me. I have the same thoughts that I had when I updated you guys earlier. It reminds me a lot of the Bring It On best friend's brother kind of trope. That's what it was giving, but like deeper and more love and more like angst and longing. And I don't know, I'm just absolutely obsessed. Like, I'm going to be thinking about these people for a long time. They're not even people, characters. I'm going to be thinking about these characters for a long time, and that's when you know you have a 5-star read. I'm giving this book 5 stars because it was everything I could ever imagine wanting in a summer romance book. Like this. They're on an island in Canada, and there's like water and beach and small town, and it's just, oh my gosh, it's truly just everything that I could have ever wanted out of a summer book. And reading it up on my like rooftop right now with the nice like sunset and see the city and the traffic and everything, it's just like, I'm just so happy to be in summer. I love summer so much, and this is one of the reasons. I think next I'm gonna go downstairs, shower, eat, do all the things I need to do for my livelihood, and then I honestly think we're going to get into Abby Jimenez's Just for the Summer because everyone's telling me I need to read it. Even though the book is a little thick, I think it'll be a fast-paced read that I'll be able to get through quickly. Oh my gosh, you guys need to read this book. This Summer Will Be Different. It's so good. Even though I hate it, Meet Me by the Lake, this one's so good. You guys, look at the sunset. I'm literally gonna cry, and you can see all of Los Angeles there. Oh my gosh, I'm obsessed with LA. And then you have mountains right over here. I'll literally cry, by the way. Okay, bad quality and I look crazy right now, but I just want to let you guys know I did my nails while I listened to the audiobook of Just for the Summer. I'm absolutely loving it so far. By the way, the audiobook's really good, so if you're looking for a good audiobook to listen to, then listen to this one. I really like the voices of the 2 main characters. But now I'm gonna sit here and read it. I'm trying to get to at least page 100 by tonight, and I'm at page 76, so I think it's possible. Also, I took my acrylic nails off and I painted my nails with an OPI color. I forgot what the name of the color is, but my nails are growing very nicely. Honestly, I might try to read even more than 100 because I'm really enjoying the book and loving it. Oh, awesome. Drink your water, drink your water.
Alright, let's go.
Alright, let's take a look at our weather forecast today.
Today's forecast, a lot of sunshine, blue skies, marine clouds. Just a perfect day to go outside and relax. That's your forecast. We'll be right back.
Yeah, sunny days, sunny days, sunny days. No clouds in the sky, about to get away. Feels like it's been a freaking decade. Sorry, don't call me cause I'm gonna be on break. Sunny day, make way. All the stress and doubt, yeah, not today. Feels like it's been a freaking decade. Sorry, don't call me cause I'm gonna be on break. Got the Tropicana, fresh cut sushi on a platter. Brandy, honey, it don't matter shots. Till I drop, gonna be 24/7, golden hour like a boss. And they say, yo, guess you got a 2 o'clock appointment for a champagne shot, whoa, yeah. I'm busy trying to take it higher, got no time for never, only spending cheddar. Wish I could do this forever. Chilling with the hottest company, they all wanna welcome me.
Hey fellas. Oh my gosh, I put way too much blush on this morning. I literally just put like a tinted moisturizer on, and then I was like, oh, let me add some blush. Blush blindness is real, you guys. Also, I'm kind of loving the short nails. Like, I feel so like classy, if that makes sense. Let's do our little Barnes haul. Let me show you guys what I got. First book I got is Excuse Me While I Ugly Cry, and this is by Joya Goffney. And not to get like too deep and sentimental right now, but I've been thinking a lot about my audience recently. I don't know, I just want to, I love reading Black authors, I love reading Black love stories, but I want to read more of them. Every time I read a Black love story, I'm like, oh my gosh, I feel so connected to it. So that's what I wanted to do. And then I also wanted to read like a YA Black love story because I know there might be like younger Black girls that are following me that need recommendations and want something that represents them. So I'm going to try to do my best to expand my reading. I don't even know what you call it. I'm basically just going to try my best to read a lot more books by different authors and different ethnicities and different storylines, and not just always pick up the popular book talk books. I want to start reading books that I haven't seen online a lot. That way I can genuinely be giving you guys good recommendations that you're not seeing from everyone else. So anyways, all of that to say, this is my first YA Black novel and I'm excited about it. It looks so cute. It's about this girl that has a journal where she writes down everything, like her crushes, the people she hates, all that stuff, and then the journal gets lost. It gets published on her high school's like Instagram, you know, like that the kids run account. I don't know, I think this boy ends up helping her trying to find who stole the journal and all that stuff, and maybe they fall in love. I don't know, but I think it's so cute. Also the cover I'm obsessed with, so I'm excited to read this one. Then I went with the new Ashley Poston, how do you say her last name? I don't know, but I went with her new story, A Novel Love Story. I've been seeing the picture of this cover everywhere and I think it's absolutely beautiful, and this was the last one in my barn, so I literally got the last copy. I'm so excited about that. Even though I've been seeing this cover everywhere, I didn't really know what it was about. Then I read what it was about and I was like, wait, that sounds so good. So it's basically about this girl who loves reading. Obviously we love a main character who loves reading, and she ends up in this town and she realizes it's the town of one of her favorite fiction novels, and she finds herself in the story. And I think Ashley Poston does magical realism better than don't come for my girl Rebecca Searle. Rebecca Searle does magical realism the best in my opinion, but Ashley Poston also does it really well. I loved The 7-Year Slip. I didn't read Dead Romantics, but I heard that one was really good, and this is another kind of magical realism type book, and I just love those kinds of books. It makes me feel so like whimsical and light. I read to escape reality, so that's exactly what this is doing. And then the last book that I got is Swift and Saddle by Lila Sage. I love Lila Sage. I loved Done and Dusted so much, and I read Done and Dusted in one day, so I was like, ooh, let me get Swift and Saddled, and I'll probably read that in one day too. This came out a few months ago and I wanted to get it right when it came out, but I got like super busy and like stopped reading for a little while, whatever, you know the whole story. These are the 3 new additions to the 7 books I read in 7 days. Also, I've been listening to the audiobook of not yours truly. I've been listening to the audiobook of Just for the Summer as I'm like driving around running my errands, and I'm almost halfway into the book, which is exciting. So when I get back home, I'm gonna sit down and like fully just binge. We'll see. Tides are turning. Here we go. Also from Barnes & Noble, I got a lemon poppy seed donut because like, look at that. Oh, it smells so good. I can't wait to get home. I'll see you when I'm reading again. Guys, I'm actually not okay right now. I'm drinking a coffee and it's past midnight. I think it's actually almost 1 a.m. and it's because I've barely read today. And it's day 4. I'm only on book 3 still. It's stressing me out, so I'm like, I need to finish this book, start my next one, and get things rolling. But tomorrow I have absolutely nothing to do but read, so it's just gonna be a reading day, and hopefully I can get 2 books read tomorrow. I might only get to 6 books in this challenge. I'm not sure. That's where I'm projected to get to right now, but yeah, I'm currently drinking coffee at 1 in the morning so that I can finish these books. I also took a very long nap in like the middle of the day, like almost night. Like I woke up at like 7 o'clock or something, so I'm up for a little while and I'm just gonna keep reading. You guys, I'm not okay. Like crazy. Oh my gosh, this book just hit me like a ton of bricks. I'm not okay. Wait, why didn't someone tell me I was gonna cry like this? Stop. Okay guys, so for like the last half of the day, what am I saying? I'm like getting delusional. Today I have been reading Excuse Me While I Ugly Cry, and I'm more than halfway in. I think I'm about to sit here and finish reading it. I'm on page 228. I think there's like 315 pages in here or something. So I'm literally just gonna sit here, finish it. This will be my 4th book, and then we have to start our 5th book, because tomorrow's actually my sister's birthday, so we're going to dinner and a movie. I'm not gonna have a ton of time to read tomorrow, So I really want to start my 5th book so that I can hopefully get that fully done tomorrow morning. But it's starting to look like I'm only going to get to 6 books for this challenge instead of 7. But that's okay. That's the challenge, is try to read 7 books in 7 days. But we'll see by Monday if I can get to 7. But if not, I'm happy about 6. 6 is amazing. Finish reading this. It's so cute. I'm genuinely loving this so much. Also, I don't think I talked about Just for the Summer, but I cried about it. So there's that. I think I'll do a full wrap up of all the rest of the books at the end of this video. But yeah, just know that I'm really enjoying this book so far. It's like the cutest thing ever. I'm almost done. Okay, hi, I finished Excuse Me While I Ugly Cry, and now I'm deciding if I go novel love story or Swift and Saddled. So I decided I'm gonna read the first page of both of these and see which one draws me in more. First, let's go with Swift and Saddled. I've come in contact with a lot of liars, but none quite as big as Google. I'm not trying to discredit the search engine, but I'm trying to bring attention to its most annoying inaccuracies. In this case, telling me that the dive bar I was sitting in, because it was the only establishment in the small town of Meadowlark, Wyoming, that was open past 10 o'clock on a Saturday night, served food. Now, a novel love story. There once was a town. It was a quaint little town in a quiet valley where life moved at the pace of snails, and the only road in was the only way out, too. There was a candy store that sold the sweetest honey taffy you ever tasted, and a garden store that grew exotic, beautiful blooms year-round. I think I'm going Swift and Saddle. Swift and Saddle drew me in a little bit more, and I felt like it was like rolling off my tongue a little bit better. Right now I need a book that I'm going to read fast and going to enjoy, and I think this is the one, so we're going Swift and Saddle. Okay, hi cuties. So I've been prolonging doing the outro of this video because honestly I'm not sure why. Like, I've just been prioritizing filming more vertical content. I've had a lot of brand things that I've had to do. I've been doing a lot like on the other side of the business of influencing or whatever, but I'm finally here, and let's talk about the books that I read. You might notice here I only have 5 books, so obviously the challenge was to read 7 books in 7 days. I'm not sure why I did it the week that I did it. Honestly, now it's been like 2.5 weeks since I actually did this challenge, but the week that I did it was my sister's birthday. I had like a brand event one like full day, so it basically just like there was 2 days that I seriously could not dedicate the whole day to reading a book. But I'm honestly very proud of reading 5 books in a week, because normally I read 2 books a week at most. Like, that's like what my comfortable pace is, reading 2 books a week. So reading 5 was absolutely incredible for me. So I'm just gonna go through really quick and tell you the books that I read and just a general idea of how I felt about them. Okay, so first we have Assassin's Blade, and this book I talked a lot about, so I'm not going to talk about it anymore, but I did give this book a 4-star. Then I went to The Summer Will Be Different, and I gave this one 5-star because it was absolutely amazing to me. No notes. Carly Fortune did her big one with this one. I love the best friend's brother trope. This is my first time ever reading a book like that. I think it was just executed perfectly, and also there was like deeper meanings behind things. I love a book that has a deeper meaning. This one did, so I gave it 5-star. Then I went to Just for the Summer, Abby Jimenez, and this book truly changed my life. I'm thinking seriously about rereading this book like today. Like, I already want to read it because it's so good. This one was so much more emotional than I could have ever expected, so just expect to go into this one and possibly cry. Obviously, I have clips in this video of me literally sobbing. It truly, like, oh my gosh, just so beautiful. My heart, I can actually start crying right now thinking about it. I'm not okay. 5 stars. Can you believe we had 2 5-stars in this video? Honestly, I guess I can believe it, because one thing about me is I'll give a book a 5-star. Like, I am not stingy with my 5-star ratings. Then we went to Excuse Me While I Ugly Cry, and this was such a sweet, cute read. It was very fast-paced. I was able to literally read it in the one day that I had to read it. I hadn't heard about this book before. Maybe it's like an older book that was popular before I got onto like Book Talk Bookstagram, because when I posted this on my story, a lot of people were like, oh my gosh, that's such a good book, you're gonna love it, you're gonna love it. So a lot of people have read it, but I haven't seen it been talked about before. Definitely highly recommend. This is great even if you're maybe a little bit younger, if you're in high school or maybe like just starting college age. You probably can relate to this a lot, but even me, like being 10 years removed from high school, still enjoy this book. Honestly, I feel like this book is very similar to Better Than the Movies. Like, it's that kind of feel to it, like a feel-good high school romance. Oh, and I gave this book 4 stars. And then the last book I read that I don't think I filmed any content of me actually reading this book, because again, I just had stopped filming for this video as if it wasn't even happening. But I read Swift and Saddled, and honestly I kind of hated it. I'm not gonna lie, this book I finished reading on the 8th day that I was reading, so technically this I don't know if this counts towards the 7, but I'm gonna count it anyway because I had one full day that I did not read anything, so maybe like this counts instead. I don't know. Anyways, it just was a little like lackluster to me. It didn't feel like I wanted to DNF it because it was easy enough to read and get through. I didn't feel like I was pulling teeth to actually read the words on the page, but I wasn't excited to get back to it. Every time I would put the book down, I wasn't like, oh yay, I get to go back into this world. It just didn't draw me in as much as Done and Dusted did, and I don't know if it's because now I've read so many other cowboy romances that I love so much, namely the Chestnut Spring series. So yeah, I gave this one a 3-star, I believe. So these are the 5 books that I read in the week, and again, I am very proud of reading 5 books in 1 week. That is a huge accomplishment for me. So we're doing big things. I would love to do this challenge again. Let me know if you guys liked this. Let me know if you've read any of these books and what your thoughts were on them, if we like aligned with our thoughts on things. But yeah, I will see you guys for my next video. If you made it this far, comment the owl emoji. I'm really loving the owl emoji because if you really know the deep lore of Big Brother, you know that first of all, Big Brother comes back on Wednesday, and you know that there used to be an owl stuffed animal in the house every single season. They've stopped it the last few seasons because there's no more Big Brother After Dark, but you know that there's an owl that's usually in the house, and the owl's name is Orwell, named after Orwell, who is the creator of the theory of Big Brother. So that's just a little bit Big Brother lore history for you. That's just where my mind is at today. So I will see you guys in my next video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you next time. Bye. Mwah.